Welcome to Extra presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. Unfortunately, that has been the only moment, for the most part, while I'm singing and dancing and making my chest pop, is through the intro, through the beginning. Singing and dancing and making my chest pop was something that I used to do all the time within the G ride, all the time within the G ride. Sometimes it was a two-step I threw in, but it was always that and super duper aware. Now I'm in discovery mode. So I don't know any of the songs. I can't really sing along. I can't really dance to something that I'm unfamiliar with unless it is really, really good. And that has come far in between. It hasn't been that often. And maybe, just maybe, that explains the scenario that I've been faced with. I kind of retired this portion of how I do business, but see something, say something, see something, say something. And I got to say something about the Tesla drivers now. I'm not impressed. I am very, very disappointed. Noobs that still here, that endured or enjoyed, or how about this? You insert whatever word you need to insert. If you're still here, that is. If you're gone, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I can ever ask for, is an opportunity and a chance. You saw what you thought was going to be what it was, and it wasn't. And now you are out. That's fine. That's okay. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, we do what we do. Regs, this feels like every single day, but it's not every single day. What? It just feels that way. Why? Because we have this special, unique bond. We don't know what to call it. 1 century, somebody's going to come up with a name for it. And we're going to go back to the future and say, this is what it always been. And we are just going to go from there. But until that point, we know what it is. We know how it feels. We know a lot of things except what to call it. And sharing is caring. Sharing is caring, but you shouldn't share everything. You shouldn't share everything. But I must share this. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there and say that maybe I'm misinformed. Maybe my awareness game ain't what it needs to be. Maybe I am prejudging, even though this is a no judge zone. I'm just going to have, or just say there's a possibility that this observation is not necessarily the end all be all, not necessarily for the most part, but this observation is extremely troubling. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there, and I'm just going to go ahead and play the blame game. But when I play the blame game, I'm not going to blame you, plural. I'm going to blame, and I'm going to point with a thumb. And I'm just going to say, this is on me. This is on me. And this is on me because what I'm doing or what I'm not doing, the universe is just trying to teach me a lesson. The universe is telling me in a very, very specific way that I need to go back to singing, dancing, and the G-Ride, because the G-Ride is my happy place, or one of my happy places. It's one of my happy spots. It's the thing that makes me feel the bestest, because I'm singing, because I'm dancing, because I'm making my chest pop and doing a little two-step, except the pedal or the foot never comes off the acceleration pedal. That never happens. unless it is going to the brake, unless it's going to slow down. It's just not going up and down on that pedal. No. That is forbidden, and that is frowned upon, and that is something that does not occur. So let me just go ahead and set that record straight before imaginations run wild, before rabbit holes are created, before it is news that's not true that's out there. So that's not the case. But this is the universe probably telling me that because I'm not doing the things that make me happy, because I'm not doing the things that make me feel good, because I am not doing the stuff that bring me joy, especially when I'm off inside the G-Rod, especially when my super duper awareness game is on point, or when I'm maxed out on levels and what have you, that this observation is true to me because of that. And I'm just going to keep that caveat in here. I'm just going to keep that caveat there so you can go back one day and review this historical document, or you can go back to the future and say, yeah, that was the case. Or I can come back around 30, 40 years later and say, I remember the time, bird-like voice. An observation that I'm making is Tesla drivers are starting to become, this doesn't even sound right. This doesn't even feel right coming out. But I must say it because it's the observation, and it's the observations I've been having. And it's the battles that I've been having on the Loto route. It's the battles that I've been having on the roads. It's the battles that I've been having on La Rue. If you know, you know. And that is Tesla drivers are starting to become more like Prius drivers. I can't really tell them apart. I know. Just saying those words make me feel some kind of way. Just saying though and putting together in constructing that sentence make me feel a little bit icky. I feel bad. I got my sad face on because that is a huge statement to make. And yes, you can go ahead and erase everything I said before that and just pay attention to the stuff that is after the but. But I threw in the caveats. So I'm aware of my situation. I am aware of my shortcomings, and I'm basically placing the blame on my shortcomings. I'm placing the blame on me not being in the zone, me not being maxed out on awareness, me not enjoying my happy place, me not singing, me not dancing. And so when I'm not doing those things, my aura, my energy is being put out there, and it's affecting Tesla drivers. It's affecting everyone else. Some positively, some negatively. But because I'm not singing, dancing, doing all the stuff that I usually do when I'm inside my happy place, happy zone, or one of my happy zones, and making my chest pop and not hurting anybody, that is affecting my overall observations. That is affecting everything. So now I am either noticing, or now I am looking at things through some tinted glass, some different version that may be skewed to non-truth or universal falsehood. Either way, I'm just going to raise up my thumb, and I'm not giving a thumbs up, and I'm definitely not turning the thumbs down, but I'm just going to place that thumb and I'm just going to point it back at me and say, this is on me. I am taking full blame for Tesla drivers being similar to Prius drivers. through my observations. I'm going to take full accountability for all of those actions that took place that led me to say that, to led me to construct that sentence, led me to put those words together and make them comparable. That's on me. That is on me. I need to get back to a space. I need to get back to a place, the happy place, where I'm not necessarily in discovery mode. I'm listening to my jams. I'm listening to the songs that make me feel good. And I'm feeling good inside the G-Rod, feeling good off in my happy place. And I need to see. I need to observe. I need to be aware that when all of those things happening and all of those things occurring, does those sentences still need to be constructed the way that I constructed them? Do those observations still hold true? Because if that's the case, we got a big problem. And I am fearful. I am scared. That's why I'm not pointing the finger. That's why I'm not placing the blame, because the alternative is dire. The alternative is something that I ain't ready for. And I try to stay ready and prepared for everything because a gut feeling and intuition and my awareness is maxed out on levels. But that's going to take me to a different place. That's going to have me staying up at night, pondering and wondering and thinking of a solution, because that's trouble. That is bad stuff. Bad news. If I can't depend on the dependable, if I can't depend on the dependable and it turns into something that was highly questionable, that throws off everything. That is a game changer. That is time to reevaluate everything, and all truths are no longer truths. All universal truths are definitely not universal, and they sure. I was going to say earmuffs. I was going to say a bad word, but this is a family show and this is a family program. So I'm just going to say truths are bad and no longer relatable or can be counted on as truths, just with the universal part as well. But I wanted to say something else because that's how big this is. That's how a glitch in the matrix this is. That's how reevaluating everything in awareness game is no longer will be maxed out. Awareness game is going to be starting from the negative level, and I'm going to have to work my way back up. I'm going to have to account for any and everything moving accordingly in the future, because everything that I thought was so isn't so, and everything that I thought was not so is so. And it's like I'm going down a rabbit hole, but I don't know who rabbit hole it is. And every time I make a move, it is a new rabbit hole. It's the equivalence of running around chasing my tail, but there's no tail to chase, or so I'm just running around in circles looking for the exit, but the exit is nowhere because it never existed in the first place. Therefore, I'm just running to run and not necessarily for the exercise to burn energy, because I'm tired and drained and sleepy. That's the equivalence. So that's how bad this is. And that's why I'm pointing the thumb and saying, this has got to be on me, universe. I'm going to hold the L on this one, because sometime when you win, you lose. And sometime when you lose, you win. So I might be holding the L, but holding that L is winning in my book. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the website Xtra, VDGsports.com. There's a YouTube as well, VDG Sports. Like, subscribe, share. Basically do whatever it is you do there. Comment if you must. Comment if you may. Noob that's still here, thank you. You get a standing ovation. You get some flea claps. make sure you come back. If not, hey, you don't have to endure what the regs endure at the end. You think I'm going to give it to you, regs? You think I'm going to give it to you? Well, I'll give you a taste. I'll give you a drop. It's like drinking ice cold water on a hot, dry day or a hot, muggy day. Peace. Out. Out.